And like working for the blog, I work for Underground Hip Hop Blog. I do the interviews, so we interviewed Sky Zoo. Shout out to Sky Zoo. We asked him the definition of underground. He basically said it's not a sound. In his opinion, it's not a sound. It's just underexposed. That's all it is. And truthfully, that is what it is. So I appreciate all the pub that I get. You know what I'm saying?
That was gonna be my next question. You know what underground meant to you?
But for me, I think underground, it's a dirty fucking word now. You know what I'm saying? Like when somebody says underground, like when certain rappers will say, "Yo, I'm underground. My shit's underground." That's basically saying, "Yo, I suck, and I don't want to work hard enough to get the world to hear my shit. I don't believe in myself enough, whatever." A lot of people, that's kind of their safety word is, "Yo, nobody wants to fuck with me because I'm underground."
It's pretty much tainted it in a bad way, as opposed to what it actually is.
And underground, I mean, fuck. A lot of people that are big now, like Kanye and certain people, they were underground at one time, you know. And so it's not, to me, it's not a sound, but some rappers like to say that. So people, the average fan, thinks underground has a sound to it, but it doesn't. It's just, if it's real and you feel it and you like it, and it's underexposed, it's underground. You know what I'm saying? And like, there's certain people that are like, you know, sell out, the term sell out, this and that. Like, I mean, somebody said Power 106. Yo, why don't you try the same shit to Power and that? Power is not gonna play my shit. What is it, 10 grand for a couple spins? Like, there's no fucking way. And they got the Power 106, Who's Next, whatever. You got all these underground rappers submitting to the shit, not knowing that, yo, you got no shot in hell, yo. They're looking for the next Wiz Khalifa. They're looking for the next Waka Flocka, the next Kendrick. That's who they're looking for. They don't give a fuck about you, yo. You gotta smarten up to that shit, because all you're doing is blowing them up, perpetuating more of the same slave mentality, the bullshit. So when it comes to the radio shit, like, I got internet radio where I can cuss and say fuck so and so and this is whack and shit and blah blah blah. I love my freedom, you know what I'm saying? But I wouldn't mind being on the radio as long as I don't gotta change who I am.
And that's where you get the problem. You know, that's where the whole term sellout comes out, because you have to change who you are. You know what I mean? You have to go around. You censor yourself for one.
Yeah.
And sometimes when you censor shit, you don't really get the point you're trying to get across. I mean, if you're somebody who cuss, then you need to cuss. You know what I mean? Like, there's no ands, ifs, or buts. We know you're a true person. Stick to who you are. So, just so they know, would you ever change anything up to try to fit in today?
I mean, I'm not gonna dress like what's out. Even with the music, like I could have had my producers make me beats like ASAP. I could have had certain beats thrown my way to sound like now. But then it's kind of like I'm trying to be something else. And like if I hear a beat somebody's rapping on now that I like, I'll rap on it. Sure, why not? That's dope. I don't mind experimenting and expanding. However, I'm not gonna completely fucking flip and just do some new shit so I can get sales and get attention and shit. I'm not gonna do that. So, I mean, as far as censorship, sometimes like a job interview, you gotta watch what the fuck you say. You can't really. I don't mind doing that. You know what I'm saying? It's part of being an adult. It's part of being a businessman. You know what I'm saying? You can't go into somebody's corporate office and motherfucker and bitch. You can't do that shit. So, yeah, I don't mind doing that. But as far as like, yo, here, put this wig on, get a tattoo of an ice cream cone right here, and do this dance, and then there you go. Like, I'm not doing that shit. I'd rather stay independent. I'm not gonna say underground. I'd rather stay independent and reach my actual fan base.
Because it gives total meaning to the word. You're independent. It's you. You don't gotta portray something that you're not. And I think a lot of rappers or MCs in the business do that for the 10, 15 minute shots of fame,
Yeah.
And when we work with somebody, and I'm not discriminating or, being biased against anyone, but I choose to work with dudes who are just as real as anybody else, because I think it's about time that people feel enlightened and really get to know what it is that's behind the industry instead of something that's fake and only given to you on TV.
And I appreciate that because we're from the West Coast, so I remember NWA. I remember that attitude. I remember that fuck you, that, you know what I mean, that raw shit. Like street reporters, we're telling you what's going on when we walk outside, even what's going on inside the pack. Like that, that shit got put in the backdrop. You know what I mean? After we lost two legends, hip hop lost his balls, his left and his right ball. So they lost his nuts. So now everybody's so scared to do shit. And to be honest, they keep repeating what's going on, wearing kilts and wearing fucking tight ass pants and trying to skateboard and doing all this phony shit just to appeal to these other markets and make more money. So it's dope to know that there's people out there that see the real shit and are like, you know what, this needs to be under the spotlight because it's truthful, you know, as opposed to like, well, how many hits are we gonna get doing this kid who sounds like ASAP and he's got X amount of views on YouTube, blah blah blah. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? That's too easy. What up? It's Pawz 1. Make sure you check out SteeloMagazine.com. Dropping soon. Face the facts.